Hey everyone, today I'm sharing my journey through a game that's legendary to me in the RPG world, Stardew Valley. To keep things fresh, I've added a few graphic mods and some new crops for a bit of variety. So, without further ado, let's jump into my 1-year adventure in the game. Before he passes away, my grandfather leaves me a letter and tells me that
when life becomes too hard and overwhelming, open this.
Time goes by, and now I become an employee at Joja Corporation, a place that so many people dream of working at. But after almost 10 years, I feel like nothing more than a machine, working day after day with no emotion, no rest. One dull afternoon in the office, I suddenly remember the letter. I open it.
Real life is about living in harmony with nature. I once gave up everything and moved to Avoca Farm, a small farm in the town of Stardew Valley. It's where I found the meaning of life. And now, I'm giving that farm to you as a gift.
Without hesitation, I quit my job and set off for Stardew Valley, where a new beginning is waiting for me. As soon as I arrive in town, I'm greeted by Robin, the friendly local carpenter. Mayor Lewis is busy tidying up my house, so he sends her to pick me up. When we get to the farm, I'm honestly shocked. The cabin is old, weeds are growing everywhere, and the whole place feels so wild and overgrown. Robin tries to reassure me.
Don't worry, cleaning it up is super easy.
Then Lewis comes out, warmly welcoming me. We chat for a bit, and he suggests I get some rest, and honestly, he's right, I'm completely exhausted. Day 1, I wake up early, and the first thing I do is move the bed closer to the door so it's easier to hop in at night. There's a gift box on the floor, inside are 15 parsnip seeds. I head outside and start clearing the yard. Cutting weeds. Hopping trees. Tilling the soil. Planting the seeds. And watering them. Since it's still early, I decide to visit the town and meet the locals. On the way, I spot a 4-leaf clover and even dig up to lost library books. I stop by Robin's house to meet her family. And say hi to Gus, who's standing by the lake. Next, I head to Pelican Town. This is the center of the valley, so there are plenty of houses around. While I'm here, I check a few trash cans, just in case I find something useful. I came here with only 500 gold, so my first goal is clear: spend less, earn more. There are also a lot of people walking around, so I go up and talk to each of them. Next, I head inside Evelyn and George's house to say hello. Wherever I see someone, I walk up and start a conversation. I try going into every house I pass by, though not all of them are open all the time. After that, I run down to the beach and happen to run into Lewis. I pick up a clam and find another lost book for the library. Then I walk over to Haley's house. Right next door is Jodie's house, so I run over there too. I can't skip Pierre's house either. This is where I'll be coming often since Pierre sells lots of seeds. The Stardrop Saloon, the only restaurant in the valley, I also stop by and find lots of people here enjoying their drinks. Before calling it a night, I take a quick walk into the forest and grab a few more wild fruits, flowers, and vegetables. In spring, I can also pick spring onions, which are pretty essential for me during this tough, early stage. Then I head back home and go to bed. On my very first night, A fairy visits my farm and sprinkles fairy dust on the crop I planted. I also level up my foraging skill to level 1. Not bad for a first day, right? Day 2, I receive a letter from Willie. He's just returned from a fishing trip and wants me to stop by the beach because he has something for me. But before heading out, the first thing that catches my eye is the parsnip I planted just yesterday, and it's already fully grown. It feels almost magical. I harvest them right away. While I'm at it, I till a few more patches of soil to plant additional seeds. I earn 100 gold for completing the plant a crop quest. Then I rush to the beach to meet Willie. Turns out he gives me a fishing rod. Since I'm already there, I try out fishing. I catch 3 fish, but my inventory is full, so I sell them right away at Willie's shop. After that, I head to Pierre's general store. A bunch of villagers are there, so I take the chance to say hello. Then I go over to Pierre's counter, sell the parsnips I just harvested, and use all the gold to buy seeds. I choose 1 seed of every spring crop and spend the rest on potatoes. Back home, I plant everything. There are still a few open soil patches left, so I plant the mixed seeds I got from clearing weeds. After that, I carefully water all the crops. With nothing else urgent to do, I start fishing. This farm may not have much land for crops, but it has ponds nearby, perfect for fishing and earning extra income. I fish from noon till sunset, stopping only when I'm nearly out of energy. I store 1 of each fish in the chest and put the rest in the shipping bin. Then, I wander around Stardew Valley again to meet more people. By the end of the day, I've met 27 out of 28 villagers. Not bad. I go back home and head to bed. Today I level up farming to level 1, fishing to level 1, and earn 399 gold from selling fish. It's pouring rain today, which means I don't have to water the crops. What a relief. Oh, there's a letter for me. Turns out it's from Pierre. He tells me not to worry if my backpack's full, just come by the store and upgrade it. Easy for him to say, but where does he think I'll get the money? I've heard that crows might destroy crops, so I need to build a scarecrow. But I'm short on wood, so I chop down some trees. Once I have enough, I craft one and place it in the center of my farm. Next, I till 2 more rows of soil for planting. Then I head toward Pelican Town. I plan to buy more seeds, but the store's closed today. So I go straight into Cindersap Forest to forage for spring onions. To that, I stop by Marnie's ranch, and finally, I meet the last villager in the valley. Later, I head up to the mountain lake to fish. When I run low on energy, I eat some of the spring onions and keep fishing. It's only 8 p.m, so I swing by the beach again. I pick up a clam and dig up 3 wild carrot seeds. Exhausted and out of energy, I go back home. I gain another level in fishing and earn nearly 700 gold today. Day 4 early in the morning, I water all my crops. Then I head straight into the forest to forage for spring onions. While I'm out, I drop by the Hat Mouse shop to see what they're selling. After that, I run up to the mountain to give Gus a gift, completing the Friends quest. Since I'm already by the lake, I stay and do some fishing. A little later, I head down to the beach to pick up some shells and manage to dig up an artifact I can donate to the museum. Next, I go back home, craft another chest. Then fish by the pond near my house until night time. Tonight, Both my foraging and fishing skills level up. Day 5, as soon as I step out the door, I run into Marnie. She's come to see me, and beside her is a little cat. She says the cat seems to like me a lot and asks if I want to adopt it. Since I've just moved here and still feel a bit lonely, having a furry companion sounds perfect, so I say yes without hesitation. I name it Kitty. After that, I get back to my usual work, watering my crops. Once that's done, I head into Pelican Town. On the way, I rummage through a trash can and lucky me, I find a field snack. Looking at the money I have left, I decide to invest in a backpack upgrade at Pierre's shop, unlocking 24 slots. I spend the remaining money on a bunch of parsnip seeds. Then head back to the farm and plant them all. Earlier in the morning, I also receive a notice saying that the mine has reopened, so I quickly pack my tools and some food and make my way there. At the entrance, Marlon is already waiting. He warns me that the mines aren't just full of ore, they're also dangerous. To help me out, he gives me a rusty sword. I begin my adventure. Just like Marlon said, there are monsters in the mine, like slimes. When they hit me, I lose health and move slow. I fight them off and start digging for copper ore, smashing rocks, and looking for the ladders to go deeper. Along the way, I even find a new weapon, a wood club, which is way stronger than the old sword. I spend the entire day battling monsters, mining ore, and even using bombs to break through tough rocks. As I reach the 10th floor, I find a treasure chest with a pair of leather boots inside. I immediately put them on. Eventually, I make it down to level 15 and discover a rare item, an ancient seed. At the end of the day, I head home, give Kitty some pets, and crawl into bed. It's been a long, exhausting, but rewarding day. I've reached mining level 1. Day 6 this morning, Clint shows up at my house and gives me the blueprint for a furnace. I immediately craft one and smelt some copper ore into a copper bar. Then, as usual, I water my crops so they grow faster. Now it's time to head to the museum to donate some items I've found. On the way, I pass by an old, run-down building and see Lewis standing there. He calls me over and tells me that this used to be the community center of the valley, but it's long since fallen into disrepair and is no longer in use. The Joja Corporation wants to buy it, and if someone signs up for a Joja membership, Lewis will be forced to sell it. He takes me inside for a quick tour. In here, there's a strange little hut. I have no idea who it belongs to. Suddenly, a mysterious creature appears. The moment Lewis turns to look, it vanishes. Later, when I return to the community center alone, I see the creature again, this time standing next to a glowing symbol on the floor. As I walk closer, it disappears once more. There's some writing on the floor, but I can't make any sense of it. Leaving that mystery behind, I continue on to the archaeology center to meet Gunter. He offers me a deal. If I bring him artifacts and minerals, he'll reward me with items and crafting recipes in return. I don't really have another option, so I agree. I donate everything I've collected so far and receive 250 gold, a crafting recipe, and an ancient seeds packet in return. Since I've already spent all my money, I spend the rest of the day fishing until evening. I'm still not ready to sleep, so I fire up the furnace again to smelt more ore. I notice there's a smoker in my house that's been there since I moved in. I totally missed it until now. I set it up, but I'll need coal to use it, so I'll save that for later when I have more. Before going to bed, I plant a few more trees. I've already chopped down most of the nearby ones, and I realize I'll need a lot of wood for future crafting and building. Day 7, I receive a letter from the wizard. In the letter, he says he knows something about the strange creature I saw yesterday at the community center, and if I want to know more, I should come see him. To reach his stone tower, I have to go to the lake in Cindersap Forest. Near the lake, there's a traveling cart selling many interesting items. I want to buy the rare seed, but I don't have enough money, so I leave empty-handed. Inside the tower, I meet the wizard. He introduces himself as a wizard and tells me the strange creature is called a Junimo. They refuse to talk to him, so he doesn't know why they've appeared here. I mention the golden scroll I saw, and as soon as he hears that, he suddenly vanishes. A moment later, he returns and says the Junimos are willing to help me, but I must offer them gifts from the valley. To be able to understand the scroll, I need to become one with the forest. He walks over to his cauldron, begins mixing something, and gives me a potion to drink. As soon as I drink it, my whole body turns green, my mouth tastes like grass, and I feel dizzy. Everywhere I look, I see green and plants. Eventually, everything fades and I find myself standing back at the door. Later, I sell some spring onions to Pierre and earn enough money to go back and buy the rare seed. After that, I go mining again, and by the end of the day, I reach level 20. My combat skill goes up to level 1. Day 8. My potatoes are fully grown and ready to harvest. After collecting them, I bring some spring forage items to the community center to gift the Junimos. In return, I receive 30 packs of spring seeds. Then, I head to Pierre's shop to sell my harvested potatoes and use all the money to buy more seeds. Before going home, I stop by the beach and collect lots of clam, oyster, and cockles. Finally, I return to the farm and plant everything. I finish off the day by fishing. After 8 days, my skills have improved. Farming reaches level 2, foraging hits level 3, and fishing reaches level 4. In the following days, my life revolves around the usual tasks. Every morning, I spend time taking care of my crops. After that, I go to the mine to dig for ores and explore the lower levels. When I have free time, I talk to people and give them gifts. I also take on small requests from villagers. They pay well and it helps build friendships. Robin asks me to help find her lost axe. She doesn't remember where she dropped it. Fortunately, I come across it when I pick onions in the forest. Then return it to her. I also spend time fishing to earn more gold. From the mines, I collect some decorative lamps and use them to light up the farm at night. One evening, after many days of fishing and gathering shellfish, I go to the community center to donate items. I see Linus rummaging through the trash bin in front of George's house. George hears the noise and looks annoyed. I feel very sympathetic toward Linus, so I say a few encouraging words to him. Right now, I don't have much to spare, so I can't help much. Fortunately, Gus, the owner of the saloon, is a kind-hearted man. He brings Linus a basket of zucchini fritters. This warm gesture makes me feel that there are many kind people in the valley. After that, I go to the community center and complete the crab pot bundle. The reward is 3 crab pots. And after which I place in the pond in front of my house. Day 13 is a festival day here, and I can buy strawberry seeds, so on the evening of the 12th, I spent some time dividing the land into plots to make it easier to set up sprinklers later. Day 13. Before the festival begins, I spend time tilling the soil. And then watering. Then I rush to the festival grounds. Everyone is already there, enjoying the celebration. I head over to Pierre's stand and spend all my money on seeds. After that, I chat with everyone. And then approach Mayor Lewis to let him know I'm ready for the egg hunt competition. I enter the contest with a strong determination to win. The moment I hear the starting whistle, I dash around, checking every corner and alley to find as many eggs as possible. In the end, I win. The prize is a straw hat, maybe a bit underwhelming, but the victory itself makes me happy. After the festival ends, I hurry home and plant all the seeds I bought. Sunday has arrived, and I start my day by watching TV to learn new cooking recipes. The cooking program only airs on Wednesdays. My spring crops are ready for harvest. I plant just one of each type so I can complete the Junimo bundle. Later, while out foraging, I see Vincent and James playing near a sewer grate. I overhear them talking. Apparently Mr. Gunter has the key to the sewer. Suddenly, a strange noise comes from inside, and the kids hide behind me in fear. I step closer to check it out and oh my! A terrifying sound echoes from within. What could it be? After that, I head to the community center to donate some vegetables and receive 20 speed grow as a reward. After that, I continue exploring the mine. It's pitch dark after floor 30, making it hard to see anything and easy to get ambushed by monsters. The salmonberry season is here, and the whole valley is full of ripe berries. I spend both days running around, gathering as many as I can. At one point, I stop by Pierre's shop and see that it is quite busy with customers. Suddenly, Morris, the manager of Joja Mart, shows up and announces a 50% discount for everyone who shops at Joja. As soon as the townsfolk hear that, they all leave Pierre's shop without hesitation. Pierre is furious, but can't do anything. Morris even mocks him, saying the whole town will soon realize who offers the better deal. After 2 days of hard work foraging, my foraging skill levels up to 4. Day 17, I spend a lot of time chopping trees. Wood is a crucial resource. Right now, I need 300 pieces of wood, though I'll explain why in a bit. Once I gather enough, I head straight to the broken bridge at the beach and repair it. Over there, I collect sea urchins and coral. Both are items that the Junimos require. There are still a few late ripening salmonberry bushes, so I make the most of the remaining time in the season to pick them. Later, near the waterfall, I find a pot of gold. It seems to only appear when there's a rainbow. I've passed that spot many times before and never saw it. Inside the patch, I receive 200 gold and a leprechaun hat. I head home and go to sleep. That night, many mystery boxes fall from the sky, dropped by a mysterious stranger in an airplane. Today I receive a letter from Mom, along with some kind words. She sends me 500 gold, the money my grandfather left for me. It is truly touching. After that I go to Clint's shop and ask him to upgrade my axe from iron to copper. The upgrade costs 2,000 gold. From now on, I make it a priority to descend at least 5 floors in the mine each day. After reaching 5 levels, I head back up and continue foraging the last of the salmonberries, a precious gift from nature that I want to make the most of while I still can. The following days, I stay busy with my usual routine. I water my crops diligently. Watching them grow stronger each day gives me a sense of purpose and motivation. After that, I focus on mining, breaking rocks, gathering ore, and trying to reach deeper levels. Fishing is also an essential part of my daily routine. Not only does it help me earn extra income, but some fish are needed for community center bundles. One day at the beach, I dig up a book titled Jack Be Nimble, Jack Be Thick. After reading it, I gain +1 defense. Each subsequent reading gives me 100 combat XP. Day 21. Strawberries are ready. After 8 days of dedication, the harvest is finally here. That satisfying pluck sound while picking strawberries makes all the effort worth it. I keep a few just in case I need them later, and sell the rest for profit. Since it's raining today, I decide to go catch some eels. They can only be found in the ocean from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. during spring or fall, and only when it's raining. After that, I sprint home through the pouring rain just before midnight. My farming skill reaches level 5 tonight. Time to choose a profession. After a bit of thought, I go with rancher. This morning, Demetrius visits me with some great news. He has made a breakthrough in his local environment research and wants to use the cave behind my house to attract animals for study. In return, I get to collect the items they produce. It sounds like a great opportunity, so I agree immediately and choose the Bat Cave, since I need fruit to complete the community center bundles. After that, I stop by Clint's shop to upgrade my pickaxe to copper. Next, I start giving gifts to the villagers to build better friendships. After that, I return home to chop wood and clean up the farm until nightfall. My foraging skill reaches level 5, and I choose the profession that grants 25% more wood from chopping trees. I can never have too much wood. Day 23. It's raining today, so I don't need to water the crops, which gives me extra time to talk to the villagers. I receive a prize ticket from a quest, so I run to Lewis's house to ask how to use it. Turns out, I can exchange it for rewards at his place. Then I spend most of the evening fishing for eels, since they sell for a good price. When I get home, I craft tappers to collect syrup from trees. I place one on each type of tree, as I'll need them later. Today is the Flower Dance Festival. I quickly water my crops before heading to the celebration. The festival takes place in the forest. Pierre, as usual, stands selling goods while everyone else enjoys the festivities. I support him by buying a scarecrow and a decoration recipe. Then I run around looking for a dance partner, but since I'm still new in town, no one agrees. So, I sadly watch others dance. When I get home, it's already dark. I take the chance to chop some wood before going to bed. Day 25. The second strawberry harvest is here. I happily pick them all as fast as I can. Clint's to pick up my newly upgraded pickaxe and immediately ask him to upgrade it again, this time to a steel pickaxe. Back at home, I spend some time fishing and chop down a few more trees around the farm to clear space. I also start prepping the soil for the next season's crops. The next day, I continue chopping trees to gather more wood. Then I head up to Robin's shop to construct a coop. On day 27, my hoe is finally ready. I pick it up from Clint and spend the rest of the afternoon exploring the mine. I make it all the way down to floor 55. Since I need more iron ore, I take the elevator back to floors in the 40s to focus on mining iron. In the evening, while chopping trees near the lake, I come across a book called Woodcutter's Weekly. After reading it, I gain 250 foraging XP. Day 28, today is the last day of spring. After 4 days of waiting, I finally receive a bottle of pine tar. Since all my crops will wither when the season changes, I don't waste time watering today. Instead, I rush straight to the mine, hoping to reach a level where I can find gold ore. I managed to reach floor 65, but still no sign of gold. As evening falls, I leave the mine and head home to smelt some iron ore. Then I take a quick trip into the forest to gather the last wild spring onions of the season before heading to bed. Day 29, summer is here. The scenery shifts into warm golden tones. All my spring crops have withered, so I clear them out and check my storage for any seeds that grow in summer. I plant everything I can find. Then I visit Clint to upgrade my axe to steel. On the way back, I stop by Pierre's store to buy more seeds. As I walk in, Abigail invites me to her room to play a game together. I'm honestly not very good at games like that, but I don't want to turn her down. Thankfully, I managed to finish the game, and Abigail seems pretty happy. After that, I head over to Pierre's shop to buy seeds. I've already checked the community center bundles, so I get at least one of every crop I'll need. I spend the rest of my gold on melon seeds. It's only after I've spent everything that I realize I forgot to buy blueberry seeds. Back at the farm, I plant everything and water it all. After that, I go fishing at the ocean until evening. While I'm fishing, I see a notification that a pike frenzy has started in Cindersap Forest. I immediately rush there to fish. It's pike season, and they usually appear in schools, biting very easily. Day 30. To reap sweet fruits, the first thing I must do is water every single plant to help them grow. Thanks to selling fish yesterday, I have nearly 1,500 gold. I go to Marnie's to buy chickens, but she's not open today. Feeling disappointed, I decide to clear my mind by going to the mines. Skeletons appear on floors 71 to 79. When I defeat them, there's a 4% chance they drop the bone sword. At this point, the weapon is quite useful. It deals 20 to 30 damage and has a fast swing speed. As soon as I get it, I start using it right away. From sunrise until nightfall, I mine steadily and finally reach floor 82. Gold ore starts appearing, a promising sign. But when I check the time, it's already 11:30 p.m, so I head home. Tonight, an earthquake shakes the ground. Mayor Lewis sends me a letter asking for help finding his missing purple shorts. If I find them, he wants me to return them discreetly. Even the town mayor manages to lose his underwear. Unbelievable. First thing in the morning, I run around checking if the earthquake caused any damage to my farm. Thankfully, everything looks fine. Next, I head to Marnie's to finally buy a white chicken and grab some hay to feed it. Back at the coop, I give the new chick some affection and fill the feeding trough, farming duties done for the day. I stop by Clint's to pick up my newly upgraded steel axe. Then swing by Robin's and ask her to build a silo for me. I'll need it to store hay when cutting grass. Since I'm already near the mines, I decide to spend the rest of the day mining for gold ore. Late at night, on my way back home, I pass by Linus's tent and notice a new path has been cleared. That must be what the earthquake was about. Before heading to bed, I pop some gold into the furnace to smelt. My mining skill levels up to 5, and I choose the miner profession to gain +1 ore per vein. Day 32 this morning. The 2 gold bars I smelted last night are ready. I use them right away to craft 2 quality sprinklers. After that, I grab some salmon berries and go around town giving them as gifts to the villagers. When I arrive at Marnie's house, I spot a pair of purple shorts that look exactly like the ones Mayor Lewis described. I try to go in and grab them, but the room is locked. Finally, I spend the rest of the day fishing at the beach until nightfall. Day 33, with the sprinklers now set up, watering is much easier today. After that, I spend some time clearing the land around the central lake to tidy things up. Then I head over to Robin's and move the coop to a smaller plot of land. Since it houses those small, cute animals, I think the spot suits them better. I'm saving the larger plot for a future barn. Later in the day, I go to the mines again. I manage to gather more ores and take down a few new types of monsters I haven't encountered before. Day 34, the day starts with the sound of a rooster's crow. Thanks to the sprinklers, I no longer have to water the crops manually. Instead, I spend my mornings petting the animals to help them grow faster. My chicken lays its first egg. So I decide it's time to craft a mayonnaise machine. Later, I go to the mines to gather more gold. The more, the better. I mine until I'm completely worn out. Since it's still early, I head to the spa. A good soak refreshes me. Both my energy and health are fully restored. Back at home, the mayonnaise machine finished its first batch, and I sell it right away. With my energy restored, I go to explore a new place, Secret Woods. To get inside, I need a steel axe to break the large log blocking the entrance. Inside, I occasionally find mushrooms or fiddlehead ferns. There are a few monsters, but they're very weak. The highlight of this area is the large stumps. When I chop them, I get hardwood, a resource that's quite hard to come by. With a bit of time left, I head into the bat cave to see if I can collect any fruit. Unfortunately, it's full of wild berries, which is a bit disappointing, but it's okay. Then I go to bed for the night. The mayonnaise I sold earlier brought in 228 grams, a nice little profit. Day 35 every Sunday. I make sure to watch the Queen of Sauce cooking show to learn new recipes, and today is no exception. I learn how to make baked fish. Linus also sends me a recipe for sashimi, which is super useful. Some of my crops are ready to harvest. After picking them, I head out to buy another chicken. Then I check the traveling cart to see what's for sale this week. Nothing interesting, so I return home. I stop by the co-op to collect eggs. Later, I realize I'm running low on copper ore. So I spend the whole afternoon mining. The next 3 days, after taking care of my chickens in the morning, I head straight to the mines to gather more ores. I'm in a phase where I need to craft a lot of things, so the more ores I have, the better. I reach floor 100 and receive a star drop as a reward. It tastes amazing, sweet and refreshing. After eating it, I feel reinvigorated. My max energy increases by 34. At the end of the day, my combat level hits 5 and I choose the scout profession, which boosts my critical strike chance by 50%. Whenever I run out of energy, I stop by the bathhouse to recover. Then, I head back to the mines to continue collecting ore. During this time, I also craft 5 more tappers to collect extra syrup. I know I'll need a lot of it later on. If I still have time when I get home, I go fishing to earn a bit of extra money. Day 39, the Lure Festival is here. It takes place at the beach from 9 AM to 2 PM. Each villager brings a different ingredient to contribute to the potluck soup that the governor will taste and judge. I plan to bring a fish, so I spend some time fishing in the morning, hoping to catch something good. After a while, I decide to bring a high-quality red mullet with a purple star. I sell the rest of the fish I catch. By the time I look at the clock, it's already 11:20, so I rush to the beach. Everyone's already there. Looks like I'm the last to arrive. As always, Pierre is manning a shop stall, but nothing really catches my eye, so I save my money. I walk over to the soup pot and add my red mullet. The festival doesn't start until I talk to Louis. The governor tastes the soup and says it's good. It doesn't seem to be anything extraordinary, though I'll make sure to prepare better next year. Day 40, Pam sends me an energy tonic. People in this town are so kind. I often receive small gifts from them. A few summer crops are ready to harvest today. After gathering them, I head to Pierre's to buy some blueberry seeds. Since the store isn't open yet, I spend some time fishing nearby. When the store opens, I quickly buy the seeds and rush home to plant them. Then I prepare wood and stone and go to Robin's. I ask her to build a barn for 6,000 gold. Afterward, I head into the mines. On one of the floors, monsters fill the entire area. I have to defeat them all before the ladder appears. At floor 110, I open the chest and find a pair of space boots with plus for defense and plus for immunity. I go down floor 115, then decide to head home because my health and energy are both running low. Today is a day of favorable conditions, as it's melon harvest day and it's raining at the same time. Let's harvest. One by one, the plump melons go straight into my bag. I keep the gold unstarred melon and take the rest with me to sell to Pierre. and buy 100 more melon seeds. Back home, since there's lightning along with the rain, I craft for lightning rods to capture the energy. Next, I till the soil and plant the seeds. The rain waters everything for me, which is great. Afterward, I head to the mountain lake to fish for sturgeon. After finishing fishing, I'm going back into the mines to explore the remaining levels. After a while, I finally made it to level 120, and my reward was the skull key. Day 42. The weather is incredibly strange today. Everything around me is bathed in green, the rain is green, the plants have taken on bizarre shapes, and moss covers the ground. Robin doesn't come to build today either. Gus sends me a letter saying that the saloon will be open all day in case anyone needs shelter. After that, I collect some batteries from the lightning rods. The inside of my co-op turns green as well. Both of my chickens lay eggs today. I gather a lot of gems and artifacts, so I bring them with me to donate to the museum. Taking advantage of this unusual phenomenon, I spend the day cutting grass to gather fiber. I'll need it later to craft grass starter for the animals. When I touch plants, they drop moss, which can be used to make high-quality bait, very useful for fishing. There's also a strange new type of plant that, when chopped down, drops a bunch of fiddlehead ferns. After clearing most of the forest, I head to the museum and donate everything I bring. Then I run to the saloon. A lot of villagers are already there. I talk to them, but none of them know what's going on. Everyone seems confused and unsettled. Up in the mountains, I see Demetrius standing by the road in a hazmat suit. At first, I don't understand why he's dressed like that, but after talking to him, I learn that he's collecting samples for research. But his outfit looks really strange, like the outside air is toxic or something, but I've been running around all day and I feel completely fine. Next, I visit the mines to see if anything has changed. Sure enough, the whole place is glowing green. Honestly, it's a little creepy. As night falls, I use the rest of my energy to chop trees and cut more grass. One thing really annoys me and makes me slightly regret adopting a cat. Out of all the places in the house to sleep, it always chooses to lie right in front of the door, blocking my way in. I need to get inside and sleep, but I just can't move it. I've been nothing but kind to it. Why does it do this to me? The weather returns to normal in the following days. With the sun out, my chickens go outside to eat grass. That saves me some hay. Oben is back to work on the barn as well. As usual, I collect 2 eggs and toss them into the mayonnaise machine. Whenever I find any new artifacts or minerals, I head over to the museum to donate them. On my way back from the museum, I see George struggling to get his mail. Penny notices too and walks up to help him. But instead of being thankful, George gets grumpy and says he doesn't need anyone's help. After seeing everything, I go over and compliment Penny for her kindness. She isn't upset at all. In fact, she just hopes George feels a bit better. She's really such a good person. Hearing our conversation, George realizes his mistake and apologizes for how he acted. After that, it's time to head back to the mines. I'm always running low on ores, so I spend quite a bit of time digging and gathering. I also pick up some tasks from the town board while I'm at it. Every little bit helps. Once the barn is complete, I rush to Marnie's to buy 2 cows. Once the barn is complete, I rush to Marnie's to buy a cow, and while I'm there, I give her a gift to boost our friendship. I'll need that because I want to sneak into her room and retrieve Mayor Lewis's missing shorts. After buying the cow, I head home to give it some attention and make sure it has food for the night. When I go to collect the eggs, I realize I should craft another mayonnaise machine. One just isn't enough, and selling the eggs raw doesn't bring in much profit. I decide to meet Clint today and crack open all the geodes I've collected to see what's inside. After a while of breaking them open, I end up with a bunch of artifacts, some ores, and a bit of coal. My inventory is full, so I head straight to the museum to donate everything I've found. And I go right back to Clint for another round. The 2 places are close, so traveling between them doesn't take much time. Every time I find something new, I bring it straight to the museum to donate. Then I run up to Robin's house to complete the quest for her. Doing quests like this gives me a reward and also increases my friendship with the NPC. After that, I head back home to do a bit of fishing. I stop by the cave to collect some foraged fruit. I craft a few more sprinklers and rearrange them. I'm planning to expand my crop field soon. A new day dawns on the farm. I spend time with my animals, petting them and collecting eggs. Then I go through my storage chests to see if there's anything I no longer need. I bring some extra weapons and footwear to Guild to sell them. On the way, I run into Linus, so I give him a gift. I end the day standing by the ocean, fishing until night falls. A new day begins once again. After completing my daily animal chores, I head over to Marnie's to buy a milk pail. And give her a daffodil as a gift. Our friendship has reached 2 hearts now, so I can finally enter her room and retrieve Mayor Lewis's missing shorts. I'll have to ask him how they ended up there. Next, I visit Abigail to deliver an aquamarine for her quest. After completing it, our friendship improves, and she gives me 540 gold as a reward. It's time to return the shorts to Mayor Lewis. Conveniently, he's outside tending his garden, so I hand them over. When I mention where I found them, he awkwardly claims he has no idea how they ended up there, not convincing at all. Still, I get 750 gold for the trouble. Later, I head to the beach for some fishing. There are still a few summer fish I haven't caught yet. In the evening, I manage to catch a super cucumber, which puts up a real fight. On summer 20 and 21, the Trout Derby takes place in Cindersap Forest. The event runs from morning until 2 a.m. During the derby, I have a chance to catch golden tags by fishing trout. These tags can be exchanged for prizes at the derby booth, including the tent kit, bucket hat, and mounted trout. Before heading to the derby, I stop by the coop and barn to pet the animals. Then I head up to Robin's to check what materials I need for the stable. Besides regular wood, I also need 100 hardwood. I also give a gift to Linus. Since he lives alone in the mountains, I like to share some of the fruits I find with him. I finally make it to the river in the forest and start fishing. Although I manage to catch several trout, it isn't until the fourth one that I get a golden tag. Such bad luck. Since the prizes aren't that appealing to me, I decide to skip the competition and spend the time chopping hardwood in the secret woods instead. After I'm done, I use the single golden tag I earned to claim the tent kit, then head back home to sleep. The next day is Sunday, which means it's time for the Queen of Sauce. Today's recipe is mochi roll, a dish that's required for completing the community center bundle. As I step outside, Emily shows up. She tells me that if I ever have some cloth and want to make clothes, I can visit her house anytime. She has a sewing machine there. I visit the barn again to see if my cow is ready to be milked. It's still too young. After that, I go fishing again. I need to catch a pufferfish, which only appears between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m., so I start early. Eventually, I manage to catch one. Not wanting to risk accidentally selling or gifting it, I decide to head straight to the community center to donate it. On the way, I stop to chat and hand out gifts to some villagers. I drop by the community center afterward to handle my tasks. Finally, I chop down 6 large stumps to gather more hardwood. Back home, with a little time left in the day, I prepare all the necessary items for my next community center donation and keep them in my inventory so I'm ready to go first thing tomorrow. Day 51. While caring for my cows this morning, I notice a large log I haven't chopped yet. Since I'm in dire need of hardwood, I take my axe and break it down right away. That gives me just enough. I now have the 100 pieces I need. I grab all the required materials and head straight to Robin's shop. I ask her to build a stable and choose to place it near my house. It's exciting. Soon I'll have a horse to help me travel faster around the valley. Next, I go to the community center. I place all the necessary items into the bundles in the boiler room. Once I finish, the Junimos magically begin repairing the room. It's incredible. What used to be a broken down space now looks completely restored and vibrant. Along the way, if I find any forageable items, I randomly gift them to whoever's nearby. A little kindness goes a long way in the valley. Later, I check the quest board and see that the wizard wants me to slay 2 ghosts in the mines. I accept and head straight there. Ghosts usually appear between floors 51 and 79, so I focus my search on those levels. Luckily, I find and defeat 2 ghosts pretty quickly. I go directly to the wizard's tower to report the completed quest. While I'm there, I also give him a void essence, one of his favorite gifts. I end my day by heading into the secret woods to chop more hardwood until late at night. Last night, the Junimos finished repairing the minicarts. Starting today, I can fast travel between key locations, bus stop, mines, quarry, and town. It's a huge time saver and makes getting around much more convenient. In the early morning, I check the cave on my farm. Alongside the usual wild, the bats have started bringing back actual fruit. It seems like the quality improves over time. I'll keep checking daily. Today also marks a new milestone. After days of care, my cows finally produce their first bottles of milk. With fresh milk on hand, I craft a cheese press right away. Cheese will be a valuable artisan good to sell later. Next, I take some newly found items to donate to the museum. Thanks to the repaired minicart, I just hop over to the bus stop and take the cart to town. A few steps later, I'm at the museum. After donating, Gunter gives me some rewards. I only bring home the useful items, decorative pieces can wait. Later in the day, I spend time in the mines, gathering resources and materials. Anything I find and don't plan to use, I sell at the Adventurers Guild right away. Back at home, I store my items and finish the day by chopping down large stumps to gather more hardwood. Day 53, my horse stable is finally complete. From now on, I can ride my horse around and save a ton of time. To make things more convenient, I craft and place 2 chests, one in each barn to store eggs and milk directly. Afterward, I head into the mines to gather more ores. Around 6 p.m, I return home to store my loot, and then head back out to collect more hardwood. Day 54, it's harvest time again. My melons are ready, and my blueberry have started producing fruit. Then I spot a 4-leaf clover sprouting from the ground. I dig it up and find a book, Mining Monthly. Upon reading the book, players will earn 250 mining XP. Since I've gathered all the summer crops, I bring them to the Junimos today. While I'm at it, I also grab everything else I need for the bundles and donate it all in one go. On my way to the community centre, I run into Demetrius. He recently sends me a letter asking for a melon, so I give him one. He rewards me with 550 grams. How generous. Then I return to my main task and donate everything I brought. Now, only for bundles remain. I really hope I can finish the pantry before winter, so I can unlock the greenhouse. Next, I sell off my harvested crops and head to Pierre's to buy more seeds. With 20 to 1,000 grams on hand, I finally upgrade my backpack to 36 slots. Such a relief to have more space to carry things. Then I stop by George's house to deliver the hot pepper he requested. When I get there, the doctor is visiting and reminding him to take better care of his health. But George, being as stubborn as ever, insists he knows what's best for himself. I step in to offer a gentle reminder, and thankfully, he listens and agrees to follow the doctor's advice. Mission complete. I hop on my horse and head straight for the secret woods. You already know why. I need that precious hardwood. Then I quickly head over to Mayor Lewis's house and use my prize ticket to claim a prize. This time, the reward is a peach sapling. Finally, I use the rest of the evening to chop trees and clean up my farm a bit. I reach level 8 in both farming and foraging, and the preserves keg recipe I've been waiting for finally unlocks. Now I can start making some serious money. Day 55. This morning, George sends me a recipe for fried eel. Since it's raining, I rush to the beach to catch a red snapper, which only appears from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. during summer or fall on rainy days. Before I start fishing, I take a quick stroll along the beach and gather a bunch of clams, mussels, and other shells. Then I sit down and start fishing, casting my line into the sea and patiently waiting. After several casts, I finally reel one in. I head straight to the community centre to donate it and complete the ocean fish bundle. Back home, I craft a keg and start brewing pale ale from hops for Pam's quest. Then I ride into the secret woods to gather more hardwood. And take a moment to fish there too. Suddenly, a giant figure dashes across my screen, creepy, but I keep fishing, determined to catch a wood skip. Eventually, I succeed. Day 56. This morning started with a small joy. One of my cows finally produced large milk. I needed it to complete a bundle at the community centre. When I put it into the cheese press, and it turned into high-quality cheese that sells for a better price. After that, I crafted another tapper to collect oak resin, which I need a lot of since it's one of the key ingredients for making kegs. After that, I stopped by the bat cave and was surprised to find it full of ripe fruit. I picked as much as I could. Next, I headed into the mines to gather more copper ore, which I'll need for crafting and tool upgrades. By evening, I spent time chopping down trees around the valley to stock up on wood, a resource I never seem to have enough of. Day 57. Time really flies. It's already the last day of summer. I quickly harvest the remaining crops. And check the mailbox. Demetrius has sent a letter inviting me to the dance of the moonlight jellies at the beach, starting at 10 p.m. tonight. Then I go to take care of the animals. Now that all of them are producing high-quality goods, I earn a decent amount of money each day from their products. The pale ale is finally ready, so I grab it and head into town. I stop by Pierre's shop to buy some sunflower seeds. I'm afraid he'll stop selling them soon, since I still need one for the community centre bundle. I also find 2 new artifacts, so I donate them to the museum. After that, I bring the pale ale to Pam to complete her quest. Back home, I till the soil and prep the farm for our new season of crops starting tomorrow. Later, I head up to the mountains and give Linus some grapes. Our friendship levels up again. After that, I do some copper mining in the caves. On my way out, Linus stops me to talk. He admits that he didn't trust me at first, but after getting to know me, he sees me as a true friend. As a token of his appreciation, he gives me the recipe for wild bait. When the time comes, I arrive at the beach for the dance of the moonlight jellies. The scene is absolutely beautiful. The jellyfish slowly drift toward the shore, their glowing bodies casting a soft, magical light across the water. It's a peaceful and mesmerizing moment. Day 58. Fall is here. The landscape turns a warm orange, and the leaves change color. Looking at the freshly tilled soil from yesterday, I feel a bit of regret. I have to till it all over again for the new season. After some work, I finish hoeing to plots of land. Once done, I water both areas thoroughly. Next, I go to Pierre's shop to buy seeds. As with previous seasons, I get one of each crop type. For corn, I buy 30 seeds because I need 5 gold star corn, and I also get 100 pumpkin seeds. Then I go to the museum and donate to scrolls I've found. It turns out I now have all 4, so Gunther gives me the Dwarvish translation guide. From now on, I can understand what the dwarf says. Back home, I start planting all the seeds one by one. Since it's still only 8 PM, I wander around the valley to look for forageable items. I stop by the saloon, since I haven't been there in a while, and see all the familiar faces, Gus's regular customers. I chat and give gifts to a few people. After that, I check the town bulletin board to see whose birthdays are coming up this season. Then I return home, smelt some copper, and go to bed. Since I've started earning money from eggs and milk, I now make nearly 2,000 grams a day. Day 59, today is Penny's birthday, so I plan to give her a melon. While happily riding my horse to her house, I spot Lewis and Robin standing in front of a new board. Turns out, this is a special quest board, different from the one outside Pierre's store. The quests here are more challenging and take longer to complete. I check the board and see that Gus and Emily have both posted tasks. After reading both, I choose Rock Rejuvenation because it's easier. I already have all the stones needed. Then I go find Penny and give her the melon. She loves it. On the way, I stop by Pierre's and pick up a regular quest too. Might as well. This one is simple. Collect 35 copper ore. I head to the bus stop near my house and use the minicarts to go straight to the mines. After some digging, I gather enough ore for Clint. I drop by Clint's to deliver the copper and receive a prize ticket as a reward. I redeem it immediately and get 10 mixed seeds. Later, I fish for a bit by the river near Haley's house. Before heading to bed, I take a quick trip to the secret woods. I notice the slimes here have changed. They're now blue instead of green, and there seem to be more of them than before. Day 60. Ever since I set up enough sprinklers, my morning chores on the farm have become much simpler. I just run around collecting syrup from the trees, gathering eggs, and milking the cows. With the extra time, I head out to forage wild fruits across the valley. Next, I spend some time fishing in the river near the forest. It's full now, and there are a few fish that only appear in this season. After a while, I take a break and head over to the saloon. I chat with the regulars and give a gift to Shane. Then it's back to the river for more fishing until nightfall. To wrap up the day, I stop by the community center and donate a tiger trout, completing the river fish bundle. After all these days of constant fishing, I finally reach fishing level 9. Day 61, there are only 4 days left to finish Emily's quest, so I prepare all the gems she asked for and keep them in my backpack. After that, I take care of the animals and collect their products. Next, I head up to the mountain to catch a largemouth bass. Demetrius asked me for one, so I fish it up and report back to him right away. When I arrive at Emily's house, I find her arguing with Haley about cleaning the house. It's such a classic sibling conflict, something every household has dealt with. Seeing the tension, I step in to mediate and advise Haley to help Emily out. I suggest they split the cleaning duties and share the responsibilities. Then I hand over all the gems to Emily to complete her request. Afterward, I go foraging across the valley to gather all the fall seasonal items. Since I'm near the secret woods, I take the opportunity to chop some hardwood too. With some time still left in the day, I head over to the community center and complete the full foraging bundle. I use the rest of the evening to dive into the mines, collecting ores and slaying monsters. Day 60 till early in the morning, I receive a gift from Emily. She gives me a sewing machine. I place it inside my house right away. Since it's Friday, the traveling cart comes to town selling goods from early morning. I stop by and buy a coffee bean, planning to grow it into a coffee plant. I then go to the town center and pick up a quest from the wizard. He wants me to defeat 3 ghosts. I immediately set out to the caves where ghosts usually appear. After some time, I manage to defeat all 3. On my way back, I see Shane standing by the lake drinking. I approach him, and he offers me a drink. He shares that he often feels like a failure, trapped in a hole he can't escape. I'm not sure what to say, so I quietly finish the drink he gives me. Seeing that, Shane advises me not to drink as much as he does. Afterward, I report back to the wizard and give him a small gift as thanks. At the end of the day, I stop by the saloon to greet everyone. It's Elliot's birthday today, so I give him a plate of salad. Since Shane just shared a drink with me, I buy him a beer and give one to Pam as well. When everyone starts leaving, I head home too. Day 63, today is the first rainy day of fall. While gathering eggs and milk from the animals, I also cut some grass to collect hay. Then I hop on my horse and go fishing because I'm trying to catch a walleye. The walleye is a fish that can be caught in the river in Pelican Town or Cindersap Forest, the mountain lake, and the forest pond during fall when it's raining. One spend most of the day fishing at the mountain lake, but have no luck. Feeling frustrated, I ride down to Pelican Town and try again by the river. still nothing. Refusing to give up, I head to Cindersap Forest and use the last bit of time in the day to keep fishing. Finally, the moment arrives, I catch a walleye. Day 64, I start the day by chopping down a large stump for some hardwood, a good way to get some morning exercise. Then I gather all my geodes and bring them to Clint to crack open and see what's inside. After a while, I collect a few new artifacts and immediately head over to the museum to donate them. After that, I grab a bomb and head into the mines. I place it in front of the blocked-off rocks, and after a loud boom, a hidden room is revealed. Inside, I meet a dwarf who sells all sorts of interesting items, though I don't have enough money to buy anything yet. Later, while passing through the center of Pelican Town, I notice that Marnie is asking for an earth crystal. I have plenty of those at home, so I agree to help. I quickly ride back, grab one, and deliver it to her. I finish the day by mining silver and gold ores until late into the night. Day 65. This morning, my single amaranth plant is finally ready to harvest. I receive a letter from Linus. It's blackberry season, and he wants to go foraging, but he's lost his basket and asks for my help finding it. I head out right away. I ride out to the bus stop and walk toward the tunnel, and sure enough, I find the basket lying there. He probably came out this way to look for food and forgot it. Next, I head to Linus's tent to return it, but he's not home. Since blackberries ripen all over the valley on fall 8 and 9, I take the opportunity to forage. I collect berries from the mountain. Through the town center, and out into the forest, grabbing ripe berries from every bush I find. As evening falls, I return to the mountains hoping to catch Linus, but he's still not at his tent. I fish in the river nearby to pass the time. After waiting for a long time without seeing him, I head up to the spore and finally find him there. I give him back his basket. Day 66. There are still plenty of ripe blackberry bushes today, so I hop on my horse and go out to gather the rest. Whenever I meet a villager along the way, I share some of the berries I've picked with them. Later, I bring a bunch of amaranth to Pierre's store, since I remember that Marnie usually comes by on Wednesdays for her aerobics class. Before that, I also buy some more wheat seeds and one more amaranth seed to plant at home. Then, I continue foraging for more berries around the valley. This morning, Marnie comes to me asking for help. She needs a cave carrot to train her goat to say hello, but the goat keeps ignoring her, so she wants to use the carrot as bait. Marnie also sends me the recipe for pale broth. After that, I continue gathering blackberries. I originally thought the berry season lasted only 2 days, but turns out it goes on for 4, so I take full advantage of it and forage all over town. Once I've picked everything I can find, I head to the beach to do a bit of fishing. The next day, I bring the cave carrot to Marnie. And then go back out to collect the rest of the blackberries. There are way too many for me to use on my own, so I start giving them out to everyone I meet. Fall 11 is also Jodie's birthday, so I make sure to stop by her house to wish her happy birthday. Later, while riding up to the mountain, I spot Abigail playing her flute alone in the rain. I find it a little odd. Why come all the way up here in this weather? I ask her, and she says she just wants to be alone. We stand together under a tree for shelter. The moment is strangely peaceful and special. Feeling inspired, I pull out my mini harp and play along. She really enjoys it, and we end up playing music and swaying in the rain together. Afterward, I drop by Robin's house to share some fruit with everyone. I finish the day by heading into the mines to fight monsters and gather more ores and gems. Day 69. This is the third rainy day in a row this fall. I wonder if something big is about to happen. It's been raining so much lately. Nothing bad happens, though in fact, luck seems to be on my side today. I managed to buy a cauliflower from the travelling cart. I've sold all of mine back in spring, so I think I won't be able to complete Jodie's request until next year. What a relief! I also buy a snowman Scarecrow while I'm there. After that, I head straight to Jodie's house to give her the cauliflower. Next, I visit Emily and Haley. Emily is asleep, but somehow I step into her dream, a place that feels like a mystical paradise. Everything is strange and magical. When Emily wakes up, she gathers everyone and uses the gemstones I gave her the other day for some sort of ritual. I don't quite understand it, but it looks meaningful to her. I finish the day by breaking rocks and fighting monsters. Combat and mining seem to be the hardest skills to level up, so I spend more time on them. Day 70. The streak of rainy days finally ends. Today is clear and sunny. It's the 13th of fall, which means it's Abigail's birthday. I bring her an amethyst, her absolute favourite gift. Since I have a lot of blackberries at home, I carry some with me to share with everyone I meet. After celebrating Abigail's birthday, I chat with her mother, Carolyn. I've heard she has a lovely little garden, so I decide to check it out. It turns out she grows tea there and uses the space to relax and enjoy a cup. She invites me to try some, and the taste is amazing, so refreshing and calming. Next, I go around town giving berries to everyone. After my little tour, I head into the mines again to fight monsters and gather ores. On the way home, I suddenly remember that I haven't given the wizard his gift in a while. I hurry over with something he likes. While I'm at his place, curiosity gets the better of me and I start looking around. There are so many strange things, but he catches me snooping, and I get scared and run out of there. To end the day, I stop by the secret woods to gather some more hardwood. Day 71, Carolyn teaches me how to craft a tea sapling as a thank you for visiting her sunroom yesterday. Finally, the day has come, my pumpkin patch is fully grown and ready to harvest. Their bright orange color instantly makes me think of all the money I'm going to make. What a satisfying feeling. With pumpkins ready, it's time to craft a bunch of kegs for processing. After making them, I clean up a section of the farm. Arrange them neatly. And start loading in the pumpkins. Next, I rush off to buy 100 more seeds. Once I'm back, I get straight to planting the next batch of pumpkins. After that, I head back into the mines to slay monsters and mine ores so I can keep leveling up. This morning, I forgot to check the cooking show, so I make up for it now. Luckily, it's still airing. My farming skill finally reaches level 9. I can now craft iridium sprinklers. Day 70 till early in the morning, Jody comes to find me and invites me to dinner at her house. If possible, she hopes I can bring a large meth base. It is also harvest day for my corn. I quickly pick all of it. Then bring some pumpkins to complete the quality crops bundle. When I look at the donation board, I realize only 3 types of crops are needed. I'm supposed to donate corn, but accidentally give pumpkins instead, which are actually more valuable. Oh well, it's fine. After that, I check the quest board in front of Mayor Lewis's house and accept a quest from Rasmodius to find ectoplasm. Next, I chop down wood to gather enough materials for a coop upgrade. Then I stop by Robin's house to hire her for the construction. Since I just spent 10,000 grams on the upgrade, I spend the rest of the day fishing to earn some money back. On my way home, I spot Abigail sitting alone in the graveyard. Worried about her being there so late at night, I go over to check on her. She seems to sense my concern and tells me that this is the only place in town where she can feel truly private. She is there practicing martial arts. Abigail says she wants to explore the mines someday, but they still feel too dangerous. While we are talking, her father Pierre suddenly appears and orders her to come home for dinner. He wants her to become a proper homemaker, but she argues back, insisting that isn't what she wants. After that, she takes me away from him. Tomorrow is one of the biggest festivals of the year, the Stardew Valley Fair, and Mayor Lewis reminds me to prepare 9 items to enter in the competition. So before going to bed, I pick out everything I want to bring. Day 73, in the morning, I take care of all my chores around farm before heading to the festival. The Stardew Valley Fair takes place on the 16th of fall every year. There are several games where I can earn star tokens, a special currency used to trade for prizes at the shop near the bus stop entrance. Finally, it's time to join the fair. The atmosphere is lively and crowded, with lots of fun activities waiting. But first, I test my strength on the punching machine. I don't really understand how it works, so I don't do very well. Next, I place all the items I brought onto the display table. And inform Mayor Lewis that I'm ready for the judging. Before diving into the games, I check out the prize shop. I absolutely need to earn enough tokens to get the Witch Rarecrow and a star drop. Time to start playing. I try the slingshot game first, which costs 50 grams per round. I'm not very good at shooting, so I switch over to fishing instead. After a while, I suddenly remember to check the contest results with Lewis. To my surprise, I'm the winner and receive 1,000 star tokens. After that, just to be safe, I pack all my items back into my backpack. Then I go back to fishing to rack up more tokens. Once I have enough, I head over and trade them in for the star drop. Eating it feels amazing, just like always, and my maximum energy increases again. I still need a few more tokens, so I continue fishing. I also test my luck on the spinning wheel, the orange and green one, but luck isn't on my side today, and I keep losing. Looks like that game just isn't for me, so I stick to fishing. Eventually, I collect enough star tokens to buy everything I want. Tired but happy, I leave the fair and return home under the dark night sky. Day 74. Yesterday was a day for fun and games, but today it's back to work. In the morning, I took care of the animals and collected the products from them. I check the quest board and see I still have 5 days left to find ectoplasm. Ectoplasm has a 9.5% chance to drop from ghosts, so I head into the mines to hunt them down. I spend the whole day searching and fighting ghosts. But none of them drop what I need. By 7 p.m, I make my way to Jodie's house for dinner and bring along the large math base she asked for. After the meal, I return to the mines to keep trying for the ectoplasm. But once again, I head home empty-handed. Day 75, the pumpkin juice is finally ready, so I collect the whole batch and start brewing a new one. After that, I gather eggs. I notice the coop has been upgraded and see an egg incubator inside, so I place one egg in it to hatch. Today is fall 18, Marnie's birthday, so I plan to give her a birthday cake as a gift. She has an appointment with Dr. Harvey at 2 p.m, so I head to the clinic. Bringing a carp with me to complete a quest for Maru, who works there as a nurse. After handing Maru the fish, I go into the exam room to give Marnie her birthday gift, then quickly leave so she can continue her appointment. Next, I go ghost hunting again, hoping to find some ectoplasm. But still, nothing drops. With the batch of pumpkin juice, I earn 18,740 for gold. It truly feels worth all the effort of growing and waiting. Day 76. My relationship with Marnie has improved a lot after the birthday gift I gave her yesterday. Today, she sends me the recipe for rhubarb pie. Next, I go into town and exchange 3 tickets, and one of the prizes is for preserved jars. Then I bring a pumpkin to Carolyn so she can carve a jack-o'-lantern for the upcoming Spirits Eve festival. After that, I stop by Marnie's ranch and buy 2 ducks. Back at the farm, I place the preserved jars in the empty space near the shipping bin. Now I have a total of 5 jars. I check my chests for fruit and start making jam with what I find. Since I'm running low on wood, I head into the forest and chop down all tree. I finish the day in the mines, once again hunting ghosts. I carefully take down each one, hoping for a drop, but still no sign of the ectoplasm. Day 77, today is a rainy day, so all my animals stay inside their barns and coops. After feeding them, I head up to Robin's house to upgrade my barn. Next, I continue hunting ghosts. I don't understand why after so many days and so many ghosts defeated I still haven't found the item I need. Honestly, I'm really on the verge of giving up. I tell myself that if I can't find it today, I won't keep trying anymore. Maybe the game heard my thoughts, because finally, the ectoplasm drops right in front of me. Overjoyed, I immediately bring it to the wizard and receive a reward of 2,500 gold. Looking back, I realize I actually picked up 2 ectoplasms. At the end of the day, I head into the secret woods to gather some hardwood. Today, the wizard gives me the blueprint for the mini obelisk. I craft 2 and place them in different spots on the farm, which allows me to teleport back and forth between them, though they can only be placed within the farm, not outside. After that, I prepare items to bring to the community center, along with some geodes and a secret box. I go through and complete several small bundles inside the center. Then, I head over to Clint to crack open all the geodes and see what I get. After processing them all, I take the new items to the museum and donate everything I haven't given before. Later, I stop by Mayor Lewis's to exchange rewards. I receive an apple tree sapling and the book Friendship 101. Reading it for the first time grants me a perk that increases all friendship gained by 10%. In the evening, I go mining again to gather ores and slay monsters. For the next 2 days, the corn plants keep producing, so I go out to harvest them. After that, I hire Robin to build another silo so I'll have enough food stored for the animals. I then bring a wild plum to Jody, and when I arrive, I see the women's group gathered there for their yoga session, so I take a moment to greet everyone. With over 40,000 gold in my pocket, I rush to the community center to complete the vault bundle, which lets the Junimos fix the bus. It's a bit expensive, but I know I'll need the bus sooner or later, so it's worth it. After that, I spend the rest of the day in the mines. That night, the Junimos repair the bus. Day 81, the egg I incubate hatches into a chick. And my 2 ducks are now fully grown. Soon I can start collecting eggs or feathers from them. After that, I head over to Marnie's shop and buy a goat. I want to get 2, but I don't have enough gold. Next, I bring a red snapper to Evelyn, then realize it's George's birthday. I quickly ride back home to grab a hot pepper and give it to him as a gift. With nothing else to do, I spend the rest of the day exploring the mines. Only a few days remain before winter arrives, so I savor the last of the fall atmosphere and weather. The morning feels peaceful as I admire the view of my farm and the animals I've raised, many of them fully grown now. I gather eggs, and both ducks have started laying as well. Then I go on to milk the animals. Next, I go to the beach to collect shellfish, coral, and sea urchins. While I'm there, I also ship out 100 bug meat to complete Willie's quest. I head to Marnie's shop to buy another goat. And I also prepare 2 heaters for my animals so they won't get cold in the winter. Afterward, I run home and place the heaters in the barns. Another batch of pumpkin juice finished brewing, but I've run out of pumpkins, so I toss in some salmon berries to keep the kegs going. I don't forget to visit the secret woods to gather hardwood. With time to spare, I also chop down trees for more wood my need, for it keeps growing. I also make time to talk to the villagers and give out a few gifts. Then I spend the evening in the mines until late. After selling off all that pumpkin juice, I finally have some money again, no longer broke. Day 84, yesterday I ran out of pumpkins and had to use salmon berries for the kegs, but today the pumpkins are ready for harvest again, though the timing isn't the best. Oh well, time to get to work harvesting. Today is the 27th of fall, which also means it's the day of the Spirits Eve festival. It starts at 10 p.m. and ends at 11:50 p.m. The festival includes a haunted maze. If I make it to the end, I'll either find a golden pumpkin on odd years or a prize ticket on even years. While waiting for the festival to begin, I spend my day cleaning up the farm. During winter, the animals will stay indoors and won't go outside, so I'll need plenty of hay for them. I mow the grass to stock up. After that, I head into the forest to chop trees. One by one, they fall to the ground. At 10 o'clock, I head to the festival. The first thing I do is check out Pierre's booth to see what he's selling. After browsing for a while, I decide to buy the witch Scarecrow. Then I enter the maze and begin exploring. 'Tis full of twists and turns. But they don't stop me. I manage to solve the maze and find the golden pumpkin. Before heading home, I talk with the villagers attending the festival. Then I return to the farm and go to sleep. Today, my farming skill reaches level 10, and I choose the shepherd profession. Now, barn animals grow faster, and sheep produce wool more quickly. Day 85, the last day of fall arrives with heavy rain. When I run down to the beach, I see Willy fishing, and next to him is a strange, slimy pile that looks like a giant version of the bug meat I gave him earlier. As a thank you for helping him, he teaches me how to craft a quality bobber. The quality bobber is a tackle that increases the quality of fish caught by 1 level, for example, from silver to gold. It can only be used with the iridium rod or advanced iridium rod. After that, I spend the rest of the day fishing at the beach until night falls. Winter arrives, and snowflakes blanket everything in white. The scenery feels cold and harsh. Winter is a difficult season. Most crops can't grow, except for winter melon and mint, so I plant those. Having something growing is still better than nothing. The greenhouse is now unlocked, and I plant starfruit inside. To unlock the greenhouse, I need to complete the pantry bundles at the community center. I lost the clip for that, but feel free to ask in the comments if you're curious. On the 8th of winter, it's the ice fishing festival. The winner gets a prize. I'm not great at fishing, but I give it my all. I carefully reel in each fish, and 5 in total. I don't know what to expect, but to my surprise, I win. The prize includes various fishing tackles and a special hat. By the time I return home, it's already night. Another batch of pumpkin juice finished brewing, so I quickly collect it and start a new one. Then I store everything neatly in my chests and head to bed. Day 93, it's winter, so all the animals stay inside the barn or coop. After taking care of them, I head to the quest board in front of Mayor Lewis's house and choose a quest from Pierre. It's actually a challenging quest, but since I can grow mint in winter and it only takes 4 days to harvest, I decide to give it a try. Next, I visit Clint's shop to pick up my gold pickaxe. I'll be heading into the desert cave soon, so I need a stronger tool to mine faster. There's still plenty of time left in the day, so I go to explore the quarry mine. To unlock this place, you need to complete the crafts room bundles at the community center, then the Junimos will repair the bridge for you. Inside, the monsters are much more dangerous. For example, the flying skulls deal high damage and have lots of health, making them hard to defeat. As I reach the deeper levels of the skull cavern, I discover a golden scythe. That's awesome, especially since scythes can't be upgraded by Clint. Finally, I spend the rest of the day gathering hardwood. Day 94. This morning, Evelyn comes to see me and gives me a garden pot. The garden pot lets me grow crops indoors or outdoors, regardless of the season, but I have to water it by hand, though, since sprinklers don't work indoors. After that, I craft another one and plant the coffee beans in the greenhouse. After that, I head over to Robin's to upgrade my barn so I can raise pigs soon. I also buy a calendar for my house, very useful for keeping track of NPC birthdays and monthly events. Back home, I hang the calendar next to the TV and check it turns out it's Sebastian's birthday today. I prepare a frozen tear, his favorite gift. Next, I go to the secret woods to chop some hardwood stumps. Then I head up the mountain and wait for Sebastian. I find him in his room working on the computer, but since we're not close enough friends yet, I can't enter. So, I decide to fish nearby and wait. Around 7 p.m, he finally comes out for a smoke, and I rush over to give him the gift. Afterward, I ride my horse to the forest and chop more trees. The next day, some of the mint plants I grew earlier are now ready to harvest, so I pick them and plant a new batch. After that, I take care of my animals as usual, feeding them and collecting their products. Next, I head into the secret woods to chop stumps and gather more hardwood. I end the day with a trip to the mines, fighting off monsters and gathering ores. The next 2 days mark the Squid Fest, so in the morning I try to finish all my necessary chores. First, I complete secret note number 23. To do this, I need to bring 1 maple syrup and go to the secret woods between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. Once inside, a bear appears, walks up to me, and tastes the syrup. In return, the bear leaves me with his special knowledge. From now on, salmonberries and blackberries will sell for triple the price. The second thing I need to do is buy seeds. As a farmer, paying attention to the crops in the greenhouse is very important. With everything done, I head over to join the Squid Fest, held on winter 12 to 13 at the beach, starting at 6:10 a.m. and ending at 2 a.m. From my past experience, squids are much easier to catch at night, so there's no need to arrive too early. On the 12th, I managed to catch 8 squid. Earning me plenty of rewards, most importantly the book The Art of Crabbing. Reading it grants me a power. Crab parts now have a 25% chance to yield double the items. On the 13th, I catch 10 squid. And receive many rewards, including the squid kid and the squid hat. After 2 days of squid fishing and collecting tons of rewards, I return to my usual daily routine. Winter 14 is Dr. Harvey's birthday, so I bring him a cup of coffee. As a doctor, coffee is an essential drink he always needs to stay alert. Next, I head straight to the forest waterfall to take on one of the hardest challenges in the game, catching a legendary fish. To catch it, I prepare an iridium rod and a trap bobber. And the fishing spot is crucial too. When I stand at this spot, the glacier fish never bites, no matter how long I wait. But as soon as I move to the tip of the ledge, just like in the video, I cast my line and boom, it bites right away. As expected of a legendary fish, it's tough to catch. But because I'm well prepared, I managed to land it on the first try. This method works great for other legendary fish too. After a few days of saving up, I finally upgrade the barn to its highest level, hoping that in the spring, the pigs will start finding truffles. Then, I take all the geodes I've been collecting over to Clint and have him crack them open. Lucky me, the very prismatic shard. It's such a rare find, I can't believe I actually got one. After that, I head to the museum and donate all the items it doesn't have yet. I also found a secret book that increases my chances of finding mystery boxes by 33.3%. The night market runs from winter 15 to 17, on the beach. From 5 p.m. to 2 a.m., there are many stalls here selling various items, including a seed shop with crops from previous seasons, so if needed, I can buy and plant them in the greenhouse. There's also a deep-sea fishing submarine where I can catch some unique fish. So I try to catch as many rare ones as possible. I fish until nearly 12 p.m. Then rush to buy a totem to teleport home, otherwise I wouldn't make it to bed in time. The next morning, Gunter shows up at my house and gives me the Suakir reward for donating 60 items to the museum. The night market hasn't opened yet, so I walk around to see if there's anything to do. When I arrive at Haley's house, I notice she's struggling to open a jar, so I help her out. Just a small thing, but it feels good to help. Then I head up to the mountains and spot Sebastian working on his motorcycle. Turns out he's really into speed and tells me that someday he'll take me out for a ride. That's pretty cool. Since I'm feeling a bit low on energy, I stop by the bathhouse to recover. When the market opens, I go straight to watch the mermaid show. After the performance, I saw 5 clam shells appear below the stage. Tap the 5 clam shells in the correct order to receive a pearl. To know the correct order, you need to find secret note number 15. After that, it's back to fishing for me. Day 101, the barn upgrade is finally complete, so I go to buy a pig for 16,000 grams. When I get back to the farm, the mint I planted is ready to harvest. I pick all of it. And place it into the kegs to brew, and I also collect the finished batch of pumpkin juice. I plan to go to Pierre's shop to complete a quest, but it's already closed, so I return home. At 5 p.m, it's time for the night market again. This time, I've already prepared a warp totem to teleport home, so I don't need to buy one there. Today is the final day of the night market, and I still haven't caught an octopus. I really hope I can get one tonight. I keep fishing and fishing, but no octopus shows up. Just when I'm about to lose all hope, one finally bites. It's the only octopus I managed to catch during the entire night market event. Day 102, the night fishing adventure ends successfully, and now it's time to return to the unfinished tasks. First, I bring 25 gold quality mint to Pierre's shop, place them in the delivery box, and complete the quest. I receive 2,500 grams, Then I buy more seeds and head home to plant them. Next, I return home, put some items away, and prepare for the process of unlocking the casino in the desert. The first step is to take a battery pack to the tunnel near the bus stop and place it in the lockbox. After that, the instructions tell me to bring a rainbow shell to the train platform and leave it there. The next task is to place 10 beets inside Mayor Lewis's fridge. Luckily, I've already grown some in the greenhouse, so I grab them from home and drop them off. Then comes the step give the sand dragon his final meal. It sounds cryptic, but it's quite simple. I just bring a solar essence to the desert and place it in the mouth of the giant fossil near the oasis store. So that's the end of the whole quest. Tomorrow, Mr. J will leave something in the pile of lumber in front of my house. Now comes the part I've been most excited for. I take the prismatic shard to the center of the 3 obelisks in the desert and receive the Galaxy Sword, a powerful weapon with 60 to 80 damage and plus for speed. With this amazing weapon in hand, I waste no time and enter Skull Cavern for a deeper exploration. The monsters here are tougher, and new ones appear as well. After some time, I only manage to reach floor 16, so I decide to stop there. After leaving the cave, I see a bunch of palm trees, so I chop them all down. I need 1,000 wood for Robin's quest. Day 103. This morning, I continue chopping trees to finish the quest. Then, I go buy another pig so they can be a pair. While passing by a stump, I notice a question mark icon. When I approach it, I discover a task that requires 100 hardwood to repair. Since I've already cut down all the trees in town, then I go into the sewer to visit Krobus's shop and buy a void egg. When I get home, I immediately place the egg into the incubator. Since I've already cut down all the trees in town, I head to the quarry and chop every tree there as well. Eventually, I complete the quest. I go to the saloon to report to Robin, and while I'm there, I chat and give gifts to everyone. Day 104. This morning, the starfruit and pumpkins I planted in the greenhouse are ready for harvest, so I get to work collecting them right away. Since today is winter 20, it's Evelyn's birthday, so I bring her a diamond. She's really happy to receive it. After that, I decide to head to the desert to buy more starfruit seeds to grow in the greenhouse. Since the shop there stays open late, I go mining first to look for more iridium ore. To find the staircase faster, I use bombs. With just one explosion, either a staircase or a shaft appears. By the time I reach floor 41, I enter a monster-infested level. While fighting, I defeat a dinosaur and pick up its bones. Most notably, I find a dinosaur egg. After reaching floor 43, I decide to head back up and spend all my money on starfruit seeds. Then I return home and plant all the seeds in the greenhouse. Seeing there's still some space left, I grab some wheat seeds to fill in the gaps. For the spots the sprinklers can't reach, I water them by hand. The next 3 days pass peacefully and productively, and I manage to get quite a lot done. First, I go to Robin to upgrade my house. Once the upgrade is complete, I'll be able to cook food at home. Next, I bring more geodes to Clint to have them cracked open. And then I head to the museum to donate the new items I found. After that, I return home to store my items. And then dive into the mines to break rocks, gather ores, and fight monsters. A bit later, I head to the quarry to smash even more rocks. My mint crop is nearing the end of its harvest season since winter is almost over. I take the chance to harvest the remaining ones and plant the final patches of the year. Later, I visit Pierre's shop and catch him trying to convince a customer to buy some organic vegetables. It turns out he's selling the mint I gave him for 2,500 grams. At a ridiculous price of 25,000 grams. What a scam, buying for 1 and selling for 10, but with that price, no one wants to buy it. He thinks slapping the organic label on something makes it worth a fortune, but clearly, he's wrong. A while ago, Abigail invited me to her room at 8 p.m. As planned, I go to her room, and we play a spirit board game. We both place our hands on the planchette, and then a spirit starts to move it. It first moves to the letter A, then R, and finally boom. After reading that out loud, she blushes and quickly kicks me out of the room. Next, I bring 100 pieces of hardwood to repair the tree stump near the lake in the forest. The following day, a raccoon shows up and asks me to bring him 5 clams and 1 smoked ghostfish. Finally, since I've used up so much hardwood, I head to the secret woods to chop more stumps and gather extra hardwood. Day 108 today, my house has been expanded, so I rearrange things a bit. As I step outside, Leah comes by and gives me a gift, a sculpture. Next, I go to Marnie's shop to buy some sheep, but I see Shane passed out drunk on the floor. Marnie asks me to wake him up. I choose the simplest method, pouring water on his face. He jerks awake. Startled, James hears the commotion and comes in. She looks frightened and disappointed, trembling as she runs away. After that, I continue with my original plan and buy a sheep. Then I head into the forest to gather hardwood for Robin's quest, which requires 80 pieces. With no pressing tasks left, I head back into the mines. On the way, I drop by the dwarf's shop and give him a diamond to improve our friendship. In the evening, I hang out at the saloon with some villagers. Later, I pass by the spot where the traveling book stand sometimes appears and notice a few tree stumps I can chop for more hardwood. Stumble upon a present box, and inside is a prize ticket. Day 109, this morning, the void egg hatches into a black chicken. Today is also the day of the Feast of the Winter Star, the final festival of the year. The festival takes place on the 25th of winter. From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m, the main event is the secret gift exchange. 1 week earlier, on the 18th, Mayor Lewis sends a letter letting me know who I should give a gift to. This year, it's Maru. I hope she likes what I picked for her. As for my own secret gift giver, it turns out to be Marnie. I open the present and find 12 eggs inside. Well, that makes sense. She's a poultry businesswoman. After all, a very practical gift. Day 110. It's the last Friday of the year, and as usual, the traveling merchant shows up in the valley. I stop by to check what she's selling today and spot red cabbage seeds. I buy them immediately without hesitation, since 1 red cabbage is needed to complete the community center bundles. Even though it's the end of winter, planting it sooner is always better. After that, I go chop some hardwood stumps. Once I'm done, I head out to buy a pair of shears so I can start collecting wool from my sheep. In the evening, I return home and plant the red cabbage in the greenhouse. Finally, I end the day by exploring the mines until nightfall. Only 2 days left until winter ends. Warmer weather is coming to the farm. As the first year draws to a close, I look back and realize how much has changed. I've built 2 upgraded barns, now home to many animals that produce valuable goods. The greenhouse has been fully restored and is perfect for growing starfruit. The house is now more spacious, complete with a kitchen for cooking. The crop fields are also equipped with sprinklers. Everything is finally running smoothly. After finishing up my daily farm chores, I remember the raccoon still needs a few things from me. I bring him 5 clams and 1 smoked ghost fish. In return, he thanks me with 25 carrot seeds. Next, I continue gathering hardwood to complete Robin's request. After about 4 days of effort, I finally collect the 80 pieces she asked for. I bring them to her and receive 2,000 grams as a reward. While I'm there, I also ask her to build me a shed, so I'll have a place to put my kegs. At night, I return to the quarry mine to fight monsters and push deeper. I want to level up my combat skill. Ever since I got this galaxy sword, those flying skulls have been no match for me. Day 112, the last day of the year, is also the day of the final mint harvest. Without hesitation, I jump right into harvesting. One by one, I pull each plant from the ground. After finishing, I pack a few things and head out to the desert. On Sundays, the desert trader allows you to exchange jade for staircases, so I traded all I had and got 33 staircases. To boost my morale for the dangerous adventure ahead, I drank a cup of coffee. It gives a slight speed boost. This time, my goal in the Skull Cavern is to go as deep as possible and collect as much iridium as I can. By 9 p.m, I reach floor 46. I take the opportunity to buy more starfruit seeds before heading home. To complete the community center, we just need a bit more time waiting for the red cabbage to grow and for the pigs to find truffles. I've already prepared everything, so now it's just a matter of time. But since the first year has come to an end, I'll stop the video here. I play the game with the mindset of relaxing and enjoying the experience, and I made this video to share my journey in Stardew Valley. I hope it brought you some relaxing and enjoyable moments.